Hello, hello, hello. Hey, family, how are you? We are back. We are back. Your aunties could never. This is the Love is Blind review. And I'm Auntie Sade, and I'm here with...
I'm Auntie Nana.
Auntie AK.
Auntie Farah.
Okay, so if you've been living under a rock, you won't know about Love is Blind, but it is a popular reality show on Netflix, and it's all about these people go into this experiment where they date strangers for in pods where they can only hear the person, and then based on that they get engaged, and then based on that after they come out they meet each other and they start living together, and then they go down the aisle and attempt to get married or not. We'll see. But just remember, guys, we are just reviewing, recapping, giving our take. We're not therapists. We're not psychiatrists. We're not relationship specialists. We're just four very opinionated aunties who just want to know, is love truly blind? We're going to find out. But before we get into that, please subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get to 2,000 subscribers before the end of April. And, loads of you have helped us get there. So as far as we are so far, which is great, but we need more. So please subscribe if you're not subscribed. If you have subscribed and you're going to subscribe now, like this video, make sure you like it so that we're seen and more people see us. Also, leave a comment as well. Get involved in the conversation. We want to hear what you've got to say about this episode. We're doing episode 6, by the way, and only episode 6. So no spoilers beyond that, please. Thank you. And also share this with like-minded people. We want to grow our family. We want to meet our tribe, get to know everybody. So let's, grow it. Okay, guys. So episode 6. Give me your one word to sum up this episode. What is that?
Mine will be trust.
I'm really trying to think. And what was yours?
Trust.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
Trust. There's only one part that I'm really is sticking out, and I would say a bitch.
Okay.
I wonder who that is.
Auntie Farah, what's your one word?
Passer.
There was a lot going on, I swear. Yeah. For me, I was gonna say cultural differences. That's what apart from the obvious, that's what stuck out to me. But a lot of foolishness. I think I can't choose between those two, but there was a lot of foolishness going on. So episode 6, it basically started where the couples were leaving Mexico. So it was out of the fantasy, out of the honeymoon and into reality. We see, I think the first person we see is Jacquelina. I've got a note here that she's licking Marshall's face. I don't know why. That was, I can't lie, it was disgusting.
Always disgusting.
I didn't like it at all. And it was currently 21 days away from the wedding. So we're literally 3 weeks out, kind of thing. So it's getting hot now. Irina, she's talking to camera. She said she was leaving her thoughts on what's his name? Paul? Zach. Yeah. She was leaving it a bit of a question mark. She was uncomfortable. She said she was uncomfortable feeling when she saw him physically, which I thought was hella rude. There's definitely different ways you can say that. But she was also maybe my feelings were changed. At this point, when you heard that from Irina, what did you think? What did you believe her? What was your thoughts on that?
I didn't believe her. I was thinking she's a game player, isn't it? She's just going to use this man to come back on TV again. Mm-hmm. If nothing else takes place, she'll be oh, I could come back to him. But she had the ick. She was screaming. Yeah. You don't go back from that. You don't come back from, you can't even give me a peck on the cheek. You don't come back from that.
No.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, I had a boyfriend once, and he said to me, this is when I knew it was done, like at night, he said when he'd go to touch me, I'd go like this. I start patting myself, yeah, like as in, get off me. Literally, that was Irina. She had the ick, man. Like she knew she wasn't feeling him. She wasn't feeling him.
She's hedging her bets, isn't it? But there's no, I don't know what bet she's hedging, but it's like maybe have a little kernel of a window open, but just get gone, love.
Yeah, I just definitely thought she's just trying to get more screen time, but but yeah. So basically, when they move leave Mexico, they move into temporary accommodation. I don't know what you could call it, where they're living together, and this is where they find out whether their age is an issue, or race is an issue, or finances, or friends and family, and all that good stuff. We first see Kwame and Chelsea. And one of the first things Kwame says to Chelsea was, "Take your shoes off the bed."
And when he did it, that's what I did. I thought, clap, clap, clap. But I soon changed my mind about how clean he was.
Yeah,
but yeah. When he did that, I was like, yes, Kwame, yes.
But at least though, outside shoes on a bed, like
I mean.
Yeah. Outside clothes on a bed.
Outside clothes on a bed. What's amazing, like in regular everyday TV shows and films, they don't even allow this commentary to be commented. So I'm so glad that at least in a reality TV show, someone addresses it. Don't put your freaking shoes on the bed. It's rude and disgusting.
It's so like,
it's disgusting.
I never understand it. It's just like,
how?
Like, are you not thinking about where you've just stepped outside? Like, it's so bizarre to me.
You might as well go outside with no clothes on and roll on the ground.
Exactly.
You might as well do that and lick the curb. You might as well do that.
Yeah. Or just no shoes. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just unnecessary. We see Jacquelina also talking about cleaning. She says that she cleans up to 4 times a week because of her dentistry background, which I thought was like, whoa, that was a lot. Don't know how she's got time for that, to be honest. And then also on TikTok, actually, I did see that the issues that she had with her family is that her dad's like really sick, apparently. And one of her brothers had just got out of prison. So I was just like, oh, I feel for you. I feel for you a little bit. Do you know what I mean? So you can see her anxiousness and why she was so upset and everything like that. So she wasn't as erratic as I thought she was at that stage anyway. Micah and Paul both working from home. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolute recipe for disaster.
To be honest.
Serious.
But you know what? Yeah, they're weirdly. Yeah. So the reason why I said passa as well was my word, because she's full of passa to me, Micah. And it's like she's done a complete U-turn now, which is mad to me. And let's see how it plays out. But she's now acting like she never had any doubts about him whatsoever. And she did. If you look at the episodes when they're in Mexico, she clearly had some doubts about him to the point where she was, acting up with Kwame. But I don't know. But they seem weirdly compatible at the same time. It's odd. I feel like they're that odd couple that could actually make it.
You think?
Weirdly.
I mean, I've consistently been very shocked at the admiration for Micah from multiple guys.
Yeah, there is that.
Also, I'm confused by it. So this is where I feel like I can't predict with these people. I don't know what's what, but I definitely think that if anything's going to test and bring back her in Mexico in the pod ways, will be working from home alongside Paul as much as this night. Like, what the percentage? They both work from home a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know if they can stand each other for that long. I'm not sure.
I think he was like 75% of the time, and she's like 99% of the time. It's just like, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Unless they have wings.
He's a scientist, right? What's he doing at home?
Maybe research.
Maybe.
It'd probably be on research time.
That's
but if you think of how many couples didn't make it through the pandemic for that reason alone, they were together for years, let alone a super new couple and your work and your home life and this experiment is all happening simultaneously.
But that's why it might actually work, because they didn't have the time together, like the traditional build-up time, because they're now in this new next bubble, innit? That's why it might work. I mean, I feel like they're the odd couple that could make it weirdly annoying a little bit.
It filled me with dread. Like I couldn't imagine being in that situation, and then we're both working from home. I'd just be looking at you blinking, like go away. I need some space. I'll probably go to a cafe or something. Like there's no way. Too early. It's too early for all of that. At that point, I was thinking, where the hell is Bliss? And then she appears, and then we see Bliss and Zach. Zach immediately starts to cuss out Irina, basically saying that he made a horrible choice. That she was horrible and that, he made a bad choice. He recognizes that, that Bliss put in the effort for the cupcakes and Irina forgot his birthday. And, they seem to be getting on well. They just seem to be getting on well. But my question still comes up again. It's just like, you're second best though. And
right.
You're second best. So I just think like, she's too nice for him. And then also I was just like, did he even actually apologize for his actions? Because I don't recall. So
that whole relationship makes me confused, because to me it seems like now he's just, because what's her face, he gave Irina the ick. It's like now he's like, oh well, I've got to go and find someone. I know it's Bliss, but you've said in the pods that you loved her and you felt some type of way about her, but you still chose Irina knowing that she was immature and basically like a bitch. You still chose her. You still went and chose her, and you and he would still be with her. If Irina had reciprocated the feelings and the way that he was treating her, if she had reciprocated that, he'd still be with her.
Yeah.
And this goes back to what when Bliss originally said, I don't trust your judgment. And he got super offended. This validates her point, because you literally were hearts in your eyes, heads over heels for Irina. And now you're talking, now you want to diss her like literally doing Micah part 2 with and being like, oh, I can't stand it, and she was this and this and this. Don't do that. I would rather, if it's second best, what the man needs to do is apologize, but also like, look, I did connect with her. I connected with you. I chose her. I want to figure it out with you. Just explore it. Don't do all the I love you, love you, love you. I think just take your time and say, be more honest about what you're doing in the moment. You were second choice. Admit that, and then move forward. Like, let's explore it. And if the woman wants to, or the guy whoever's second choice wants to explore that, then do that. I don't think it's the overcompensation for the second choice is what will make me not trust the person.
I feel like it's something that will always come up though. Like for me, it would always come up that I'm second best. I just don't know if I could ever trust him, or it's not
the second best thing. I think for Bliss, because she is such a nerd, I think she is going to forgive and really want things to work out with Zach. She is absolutely as awkward as him. And the more time they spend together, the more I am like, you're very pretty, but I could see how you could attract a man, but then they're going to be like, this girl's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Like, because she's different as well. So when she finds her tribe, they're few and far between, unless you're in Silicon Valley. Like, you're going to stick to one that you're attracted to. So I could see her just being like, okay, I get it. He's a nerd. Nerds do that. He was probably ensnared by Irina, but this is my man. I think she'll forget all of that shit.
I want to see. I just want to see more from Zach at this point, because people don't like him. So I don't understand what Bliss likes. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we have a bit of a theory that they don't like him because of him, but because how he treated Bliss. But I think it's beyond that. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think there's something odd with him that
he's odd, isn't he? He's absolutely odd. The way that he looks at you is really
the intensity of the stare.
He asked about his eye contact as well, just to make sure that Irina got it. And she wasn't phased. So as 1900 says, weird recognize weird, game recognize game. They're right. I think back on the second choice thing, I think that goes. I think once you get to the click, that it shouldn't really come up again, because if you really think about it, we're all someone's, unless it's the first person that a person's ever dated, we're always someone's other choice.
Not the same.
No,
I hear what you're saying. I understand. I hear what you're saying, and I understand what you mean, but it's not the same thing. Like
I just don't think that's true. Do you know what I mean?
And the thing is, she doesn't seem the type to let it go. She doesn't. And that's not to say that I do think she'll probably end up with him, because weird recognizes weird, in it, and they do have a connection. Like I believe that they do have, and they both went in there to try and find love and to marry someone, right? But I do still feel like she's gonna bring it up again. They could be married for 10 years. Is she gonna bring it up again?
He's punching though.
It depends.
He absolutely
is punching. But it's like you said.
I wish she knows that he's punching. Do you know what I mean?
But it's like you said, because she's got that weird geeky thing about her. She's not how, like, her personality doesn't match how she appears, if you know what I mean. Yes, she could get a guy based on, like, you know, she could get a certain type of guys, but as Nana said, when they get to know her, they're like, actually, no, I don't like Yoda or whatever the hell it is that she's into.
Okay, so we next see Kwame and Chelsea, and Kwame's just talking, he's just airing out their business, mate. He said something about like her not flushing the toilet when she pees. And then going back and forth on that. I can't lie, I was just like, is this some white girl shit? Like, what is going on? Like, are you trying to save the environment? I save water. Like,
she did say that she didn't want to disturb him at night.
And I have heard, I actually know a couple that do that shit, and I find it disgusting, because toilet bacteria, like, flush a toilet in it. But I did that. That's not the first time that I heard that. But, yeah.
Same. I was thinking, but more than anything, it's usually people who have dodgy plumbing, or, like, you know, they are really conserving their water. I was a bit like, you're not paying for this place, so just flush the toilet.
No, but it was more about
new relationship etiquette.
There's that.
It's your best behavior, in it. You're still a
I think that her not wanting to wake him up is just another sign of like how she is thinking so much about him, and I don't think he's thinking about her. And then also as well, it's just like, you know, you're trying to do, she thinks she's doing something nice and he thinks it's disgusting. Like, you're not on the same page, right? You know what I mean? Like, you're not compatible in that sense. Like, it's just, and it is, you know, I get that it saves water and stuff, but it's disgusting to me. I just think it's so disgusting. Like,
she's so into him. She really is.
She's so into him.
Each time they're together, I feel sorry for her. I am like,
I feel so sorry for her.
And you see his head. Like,
are you right? Can you see it? Can you see it? It's a lot.
That's not. It's more about the fact that this guy is so unsure about you.
Yeah,
like you see, like we were just talking about second best. She's second best too.
Yeah,
but she just because he proposed to her, she kind of feels that she's not. But she is absolutely second best. He would go back to Micah in an instant.
In a second.
No, she knows though. I would argue she knows. She's just trying to make the most of it. That's the thing.
Yeah. I feel sorry for her.
I do. I really do. There was this. Sorry, say that again.
I said she likes the Ghana banana.
I did have a note saying that she looks stigmatized. So.
Honestly, but
did you not hear when she was like, "Oh, I'm so sore," or some shit like that? She was saying, like, when they're in Mexico, it's like, "Oh,
to the girls,
It's
on it."
She's very
She's wrecked. That's what she said.
Yeah,
wrecked. It wasn't just sore. Like, what?
That's what she said. Right. Yeah, she said wrecked,
mate. Just doing the most. Anyway, we jump to Micah and Paul, and what do you call it? He tells her that Irina fancies him, or no, she tells him, sorry, and that, you know, she touched him in the pool and stuff. What he didn't say was that her boob touched his foot. That's what he didn't say. He was just like, it was almost like a Love Island. Yeah, I sucked her tit or whatever. No, bro. Yeah, don't sweep under the carpet. She didn't just touch you. Her boob rubbed up against your foot and you didn't flinch. You didn't flinch.
And he was being flirty.
I was going to say the same thing. That's what he didn't say.
Yeah, and basically, Paul does reassure Micah that he's not interested. But I just thought it was just interesting how that whole conversation went down and his like subtle, like, do you know what I mean? Like his soft retelling of it. He done a soft version of the true story. Do you know what I mean?
He did. Yeah. He did. But you know what? Yeah. Micah, in a way, good for you, because when she was in the house doing pasa with Irina, taking a piss out of everybody, that was okay, innit?
Yeah.
When it wasn't directed at you. Now it's directed at you, a little piece. You're feeling some type of way. But you should have known what this chick was on. You can tell this girl's intentions, the type of character that she has.
Yeah,
you would think so. You'd think
if you leave her in a room with your man, she's gonna fuck him. She's that girl.
Absolutely.
And so is Micah as well. It's
Irina.
Yeah,
that's why they're friends, because I think Micah would do the same.
Yes.
Yeah. 100%, and think it's funny as well.
Yeah. I was just drunk. I was so wasted, and then I landed on his penis.
Yeah, because even if exactly, I landed on his penis.
Yeah.
And so sorry, just to move on quickly. So Micah basically was then saying, you know, because Paul was trying to defend Zach, and Micah was just like, you know, making her case of being a reasonable person and saying, you know, she was guilty at laughing along. She said it's easy to laugh at Zach. I've never heard such an insult in my life. How are you saying it's easy to laugh at someone? It's out of order. And basically my note is Micah is just a bitch and she's trying to hide it.
Yeah.
Paul didn't.
That's exactly.
That's what I think. She is a bitch. Yeah, she is a bitch. And that's what I think is going to start to seep out in their relationship.
Absolutely.
That she's a bitch. Because I think that he thinks she's a little bit nicer than she really is. Because he's not seen that side of her, really.
He is doing what Zach did as well. They're seeing something in Irina and Micah that maybe supersedes their actual catty, casual bitchiness where they reside on a daily basis.
Yeah, definitely. But he'll feel it soon. But she was literally just being a bitch at every turn. I was like, this girl's just a bitch.
Yeah.
She'll show herself soon.
Yeah.
And she also was saying that she wants to explore the physical side of things, but he is the one that's actually holding back, which is just very, very interesting. So at that point, they hadn't actually had sex yet. So that was interesting.
Yeah.
Then we go to Jacquelina and Marshall. I can't unsee Will Smith now. I just can't, you know.
He's so cute. He's just a little sweet pea pod. He looks like a little pea.
Marshall, sorry, what? Say that again?
He looks like a little pea. He's like a little pea pod.
Definitely Will Smith. But Marshall, you know, he was cooking breakfast, you know. What, you know, he was talking about wait till she gets home. Like he was sitting on the countertop like a child. You know, he was talking about he was swinging his leg. It was just
free-spirited,
not manly at all for me.
You see, that's the thing. And I know what you mean, and I don't even want to say that because I'm sure he mentioned something like that when he was in the house about how people, you know, the good thing about the pod is that he can be himself. So I kind of feel sorry for him like that. But I do understand what you mean. There's a little bit of him that I'm like, I can't like put my finger on. Like I feel like she's too road almost for him. Yeah. He needs a soft and gentle, you know. He needs like a little wallflower type girl, and she's not that.
I don't think he wants that really though. I don't know. Like I think
I don't think so.
He likes
that. He doesn't.
That soft girl. His match. He isn't going to find attractive.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And so he wants a Jacquelina who you're not man enough for her. Yeah. And so then you're always going to be in that field of I'm a disappointment.
And I bet that's the type of chick that he goes for on the outside. and he's just repeated it rather than let love be blind. You've just repeated it.
He said that. He absolutely said that. And it's always that type of girl that rejects him. So now that's why he's fighting so hard to make it work with Jacquelina, to prove a point to the world, himself, the women that rejected him. He's literally said that.
Okay. I feel like, maybe don't sit on the countertop like a kid swinging your legs. Anyway, they talked about their family. I think like on Jacquelina's side, they don't really believe her at the moment that she's actually doing this, where Marshall's side is they're really happy for him. No surprises there. We see Tiffany and Brett. Love Tiffany and Brett. His pet peeve at the moment is like water on the floor. And then he puts water on the floor. That's her pet peeve. And it was like, that was like the maximum thing. That was, do you know what I mean?
I love them. They're giving me season 1, whatever their name was, vibes. Cameron and what's her face? They're giving me them vibes. God, I really...
Go on, sorry.
I know, I can't remember her name, but I agree with you. I really like them. I've got very high hopes for them.
Yeah.
I'd like him to cut his hair, but
definitely.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the
one thing.
That's high hopes though. That's that I wouldn't say at this stage, no. And I'll tell you for why later. But anyway, Paul and Micah, we go back to them. It looks like they've had sex now. They're talking about how great their connection is, but they're literally touching toes, one toe. And it was just like, I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
It was very juvenile, wasn't it?
It was very strange. There was a big gap between them, but your big toes are touching. Okay.
Yeah, very juvenile.
Very strange.
Like, we had sex.
Yeah, it was just weird. And then Micah reveals that she's meeting Irina. Paul reveals that he's meeting Zach. And I just like the feet thing was really weird. Then we go back to Chelsea and Kwame. We go to Chelsea's flat and we see her affirmations on the mirror. No surprises there at all. No. It's got a lot of pink in her house, which I can't lie. I loved because
it's fine. It's her house.
It's her house. She could do what she wants, but I don't like it.
I can see like it could be a similar reaction to what's his name, Marshall, sitting on the countertop. It's just like it is seen as childish. Do you know what I mean? So I can see how that could be a potential turn off. But she talked about how her space is like a hidden area for her because her ex was so controlling and that he didn't want her to decorate. And she talked about being lonely, coming home alone and that sort of thing. And now everything is so different now. And, to me, it just seemed like you're putting a lot of pressure. Obviously, you're getting married, but you're putting a lot of pressure on this guy. It seemed like a lot. And at one point, she said something, and she was just something about getting married. And she's like, oh, you don't want to marry me? And she was in the corridor or something. And he just started laughing. She was like, you didn't say yes. So you didn't say no. You're just laughing. And I feel like that's what Kwame does. Like she'll say something and he's just like,
he laughs all the time.
Every sentence.
Everything. And I couldn't remember if it was Ainsley or Rusty Lee that reminded me of. He laughs a lot all the time when he's nervous, when he's deflecting, and it gave me traumatized vibes.
What, him traumatized or her being traumatized?
My own personal trauma about somebody.
Oh, you can relate.
Yeah, man. Laughs to deflect, laughs to avoid, laughs.
I feel sorry for Chelsea. Chelsea's going to get her heart wrecked.
Yeah, she is.
Like
Chelsea absolutely is.
She actually shouldn't have been selected for this process. From when she has a blankie, so for the blankie to her flat, I was like, this woman isn't ready for this process. Like, you're way too fragile for this. And Kwame is going to cut out. Like, he ain't getting married.
I forgot about the blankie.
Yeah.
I forgot about the blankie.
A special little blankie with holes.
Yeah, it's a bit much. She's on him, and it's like, that isn't the guy. And I don't get how you can't even see it in his face.
because she's on him so hard.
Are like literally, I'm not that guy.
And she wants it to work so much that she's that girl that she will do whatever.
She would cut her nose off to spite her face, but not intentionally either. She just is blind.
She's a lovely woman, but he is not a man. It's not him.
He's not. No,
it's just really not adding up, though, is it? Like, it's just like it's almost like the neediness is not in line with how she portrays herself as being like, oh, this together, like really quite strong, bold woman. Like, it's not in line at all. It's like you're pretending to be this person and you're not. You're actually not there yet, unfortunately. This guy, I agree. I think he's gonna hurt her like badly, to be honest. I feel like we've got another shake on our hands. I really do. Like, I think he could be in that realm. Yeah.
Oh my God. No, Kwame can't do that, but he could do. He's walking around with that hair. Yeah, he could.
Oh.
Hope not, though. Like, I don't want him to be shake, but he could do.
I think so. And then we see Brett and Tiffany. They seem to be moving the quickest at the moment, which I absolutely love. And Brett meets Tiffany's friends, and they all put it on him and stuff. They talk about her sleeping, which was quite funny. And I thought all of her friends were really nice. One of her friends was said, like, I want you to love her like I love her. I thought that was so lovely.
I don't know. That kind of made me a little bit uncomfortable.
Really?
Yeah. There was a bit there where I was like, I don't know, man. Like, I was when that particular friend was talking, I was thinking to myself, do you love her? Like, what's going on?
Oh, but I mean, like the beauty. I thought it was like,
no,
this is my home.
It made me be like, okay, I hope he can understand where this is going. And because I don't know, it was a bit weird. It was a little bit weird for me, and it was a little bit weird for me. I was like, I hope she's not that stalker friend that's going to be in your business.
I didn't get that at all.
I literally got that just from that one.
The friend next to her, I was just like, I don't know if she's happy for you. This is a massive judgment, but the friend next to her, I didn't know she's happy. Because she said something like, there's always something with this one. What is this the time? Like, my man. Why are you saying anything negative? Shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a bit like,
the thing is, so far, like I thought I've got a lot of white friends.
I did think that.
It was balanced numbers though.
Yeah, I thought balance.
She had 2 white friends and 2 black ones. And the other one.
And I thought he probably has a similar friendship circle. So
I would think so too.
They're probably well balanced in that.
I feel like he's got his black bros. But I mean, again,
I feel like he's got a combination with that hair.
Like
He's got white friends.
I know I keep
one black brethren, one Chinese one, maybe an Asian.
Oh, yes.
One. No, I don't
absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got an array.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, but like, he'd have to spend so much time at work. Like, he's a director. Like, do you know what I mean? That is his life. That's his family. I don't care. Like, seriously. And if we don't see that, they're lying. He just brought them over for that shot or something. But he said, he made a moment in that and looked in her eyes and said, I do love you. And my thing was just like, I'm so glad he said it, but I hope it's not performative because I still don't trust him.
Yeah.
I still don't trust him.
And I think I know what you mean. Like, I have high hopes for them and I want it to be real. That's why I said it's giving me sort of Cameron and what's her face?
Lauren.
It's good. Lauren, that's it. It's giving me Cameron and Lauren vibes. But there is also something about him that I'm like, okay, I don't know. Yeah. But do you know what it is? I think it's when he thought that she left the room. Remember when she fell asleep?
Yes.
It was that reaction. It was that quick. He went from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Like, so quickly, but then he redeemed himself because he did come back and meet her again and all that stuff. But just that reaction, I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
There is something about him. I just feel I feel very protective over Tiffany. And I think I want him to be a great guy, but I think he's going to be super complicated. A bit like Ayana and Jared, but not as juvenile as Jared was. But when they come away from this process, she's going to really see who he is. And he's not as together as he's making us think.
Yeah. I just hope he doesn't waste their time, man.
Exactly.
I hope
real nice, like, it just seems too good to be true at the moment as well. It's a real nice, solid, you know, like you get those couples, the white couples that are just basic. You don't even remember their names. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, they just get on with it and they're happy. Like, I think I want them to be that almost. Like, it's just a done deal. You guys are just black, in love, happy together forever.
Into the background.
Yeah.
I do want them to. I would love that to be their scenario, and they are doing couple TV stuff and questions.
But there is a little underlying something about him.
Does that come from general distrust, or is it something in his face?
I think it's both.
It could also be because he's got the same hairstyle as Jason Derulo.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's poor choice.
Do you know what? I'm being honest with you. It's his hair. Like, his hair absolutely stresses me out. It is.
It's the wide.
Guys, I hope he cuts it for his wedding.
Don't have a wide Beacon, please.
I just think like it was the swimming costume. It's like his reaction in the pod. It's just like it's a lot of things.
Did you see the shirt he wore the other day as well? He wore a weird shirt the other day, and I was like, when they went out to eat, it was a weird shirt that he had on. I was like, what's that? Looks shiny.
He just seems like, I don't know, like even there's too much. But
it's
like I don't know. I need to see more to see if you're really in this or you're just going through the experience.
Yeah, I want them to have like a difficult conversation so I can see what his reaction to that uncomfortable conversation is. Yes, exactly. Because as I said, and like you just said as well, Charlotte, his reaction in the pod to that, I didn't like where he went with that. So I want to see them have a conversation where it's challenging for him and how he deals with that.
I want to see him in his environment, like in his, by the watering hole with his people. I want to see him interact with people. I want to see his family. I need to see him, how he reacts, because it's all very well and good going into her space because you can act, but let's see when you're with your bros and with your parents and your brother and sisters or whatever you got. I want to see that. Then I'll be able to make an assessment.
So then we have Zach and Micah. Zach, wait, Zach and Micah?
No, Zach and who? Bliss.
Zach and Bliss. Sorry, my bad. Yeah. So what do you call it? Yes, this is where he's staring a lot. And he's just staring, asks us about his staring. She's like, no, it's fine. I think she's lying, to be honest. But she just likes him at the moment. He gave some good advice in terms of like he's gonna let her know that he appreciates her every day and things like that. Or he said some nice things. I feel like they genuinely have chemistry. I just don't know about Zach though. That's the thing. But that was all that end of, same as before. Really, I want her to be okay. Like, I just don't think he's necessarily the one. But for her to stay in the show, she has to be with him. So it might be a strategic thing. That. Irina and Micah, they meet in a bar. You see Irina coming up. To be fair, I can't lie, she did not look good at all. Like, I don't even know why. But
I don't think she looks good. I just don't.
She didn't make any effort. Like, do you know what I mean?
No, she didn't.
When she puts on her makeup, she can look presentable. Like, it's like she can paint a face on her, and you're like, oh, okay, she's all right. But for this showing, it literally looked like they dragged her out of bed and was like, camera time, and you've got
10 minutes.
Yeah, you got to get there. Like, she looks crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't. If I was interested in my friend's man, I would not be looking rough. Like, that's not a strategy. I partake in.
Unless it's a strategy to be like,
I'm not a threat.
I'm not a threat. I've been through it. I'm so like distraught thinking about my decisions. Maybe that was the intention, but it didn't come over. I'm just saying maybe that's what the plan was.
No, I don't even know if she's that.
Unless she's just that chick. She's a casual chick.
Just fee. No, but she's not a casual chick, is she? She really isn't. She just was in that, she's to the nine. She's got her boobs done. She's got like the hair, like she's done the makeup all the time. Yeah.
Did you not see that top that she was wearing when they went to?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
The barely there.
They would have flopped out.
If
they were natural.
Her and Micah are on the what the hell list for me. So
I don't think Micah's as actually I don't know.
Superficial.
But like Irina is coming across worse than Micah at the moment because you're literally this is someone that you said is your friend and you basically told her you're interested in her man. And then she's asking inappropriate questions like, have you met his family yet? Like it's just like, well, you're right. Micah, I like the way that she was direct to the problem straight away. There's no small talk. Let's get to it. Like
the only thing I don't like is what's being done about the Micah and Kwame situation because they're almost making it sit and Kwame. No, Kwame.
Yeah, go on.
Because if you remember when they were all at the pool and what's her name? Irina was flirting with Paul. Yeah. Micah was busy flirting with Kwame at the time. Yeah. She was busy off doing that. Yeah. So it's almost as though I feel like Irina probably thought, well, you're doing
but Paul doesn't know.
No, I know, but I'm talking about the interaction between Micah and Irina. So when they're it is kind of a double standard. Don't get me wrong, Irina's a bitch, but we said she's a bitch, and if that's meant to be your brethren, you shouldn't be doing that yet. But Micah's acting like she's innocent to everything. You're not innocent to everything. You got your own isms and schisms.
Sorry, but if Irina was involved with Kwame, then I would say yes, it's more equally yoked, but it isn't because like Kwame's kind of fair game to them because she's not involved. Irina's not involved. Why that issue is because obviously, like Micah is involved with Paul. That's why.
I think maybe Irina, in her warped little brain, probably thought to herself, "Well, you don't seem that interested. If I'm here able to spend all this time with Paul, then what are you doing?" Because even when Micah was saying to her, "Oh, he's not interested in you," she was looking off like, really? Like she was shocked by the revelation of what Paul had, the way that Paul had described the interaction.
But I do think then it kind of quickly went to, oh, you know what? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. Do you know what I mean? And that sort of thing. Yeah. So she's knows and she's aware of her actions. Do you know what I mean?
Fully aware.
It's not like she doesn't know what she's doing or how she's crossing the line. She just wants to still have screen time. Do you know what I mean? So she's just like, okay, I thought I could get one over on this girl, but obviously I can't. So do you know what I mean? Like, play the game.
I think that,
So,
I don't like about these girls, and I think they've done it a few times in different iterations. I love you and I respect you, and I'm here for you.
You're my best friend,
and I love you so. Like when Micah, who did she approach? Chelsea, and she's like, oh my god, what are you wearing?
Yes.
It's all these platitudes before you drop the bomb or before you either admit that you were wrong or something. It's just so fake. It's annoying. It's very annoying.
It's a shit sandwich. Yeah, and Micah has to tell her that he's not interested at all. Do you know what I mean? And he doesn't want to talk because she was like, does he want to talk to me? Are you all right? Like, seriously, like you're crazy. So I just like that the way Micah was just like, no, and shut it down real fast. And I think Irina knows if she crosses the line with Micah, it's a frigging mistake.
I mean,
So there was that. And then Jackie and Marshall, we go back to them again. I was thinking, like, is he a chef or something? Because he was doing gourmet to me. But maybe, I don't know.
What was his job?
I don't know.
Isn't he in marketing or something?
I was feeling like it was an office thing, but I get what you're saying. But that may be his little thing in it. You know,
I think he's a I want to take care of my woman type guy.
Yeah. The way to her heart is through her stomach. Type of man.
Just to make sure she's catered for in every single way.
Every single way.
All the time.
Other than sexually.
Well, aren't they banging now? I thought they're banging now. Are they still not?
Yeah, they are.
I don't. Are they?
Well, no, they were in Mexico. Yeah.
I think they did a couple in Mexico, but she's not satisfied.
No, she won't.
No.
Well, I mean,
anyway, he made her a play, and it was very, very sweet. And she wanted second, and she's saying that she's never experienced anything like this before. And yeah, that was all very sweet. We finally jumped to Chelsea and Kwame, and it is meet the parents time. We see Kwame meeting Chelsea's dad, and there's just tension, anxiety. It was just a lot. They were breaking down moments before the dad arrived, and it just, to me, looked like Kwame is over this. He's absolutely
because Chelsea was doing the most, wasn't she? Like, where it went and how she was acting. I thought her dad was going to come in like some redneck wearing the Texas flag around his waist. Like, that's the type of guy that I was anticipating, because what was mad is, as well, until it got to this meet the parents kind of phase, they hadn't, or they got into this new house, it's like they hadn't really addressed the things that are going to happen in an interracial relationship. And it's like almost now they started to talk about it. But yeah, I was expecting some redneck, the way that she was carrying on.
Basically, she said that she hadn't told her dad much about Kwame, so he didn't know, which was alluding to that he doesn't know that he's black, or he's kind of. But I mean, if you're gonna say his name, I don't know. But this is what he was trying to avoid in the first place by calling himself Alex, no? And then obviously Kwame's had some bad experiences where he wasn't allowed to pick up, his. I'm assuming white girlfriend for prom, and stuff and things like that. So he's, do you know what I mean? Probably trying to manage his own. But like, I do think, like, for someone who is, they're trying to say that these guys are meeting on like a plane of minds. Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing. It's just like, Kwame, do you not have the insight to calm her down? Do you know what I mean? And make her feel secure in this moment, because this is new for her. Like, it isn't explicitly said if she's dated black guys before or not. And this is like someone that she's going to marry now. Do you know what I mean? So of course she's going to be anxious, because you actually don't know what people are going to do on camera, whether her dad is going to be honest on camera. She did say that her dad has never really liked any of her boyfriends for her to marry either as well. So there's that taken away from race, just the relationship aspect of it as well, kind of thing. And I just thought he was just like really condescending to her and really kind of dismissing her emotions a bit. But then she was like biting back with the whole, I love me a good Kwame lecture. And I thought, girl, if you can't handle that now, you're in trouble. You're in trouble, because that guy loves to chat. So, yeah.
I thought both of them were being a bit, I don't know, the tension was palpable. And I felt like both of them, I actually didn't look at it like that Chelsea wasn't being mindful of his. I felt like this whole conversation was either wrong timing, but obviously it's been edited for TV, but it's, why are you lot talking about this the half a second before dad's about to arrive? It seems like this is what you're all exploring. Why is that not resolved before dad arrives? Why is it to the minute? It's like something that conversation should have been had a while back. So to me, I think they both were a bit like, it annoyed me from on both sides. Like, why is this conversation happening now when dad's about to walk through the door? Why are you lot tense and stressed before dad's about to? It shouldn't be that. And I didn't.
Absolute opposite. But then I've lived through that. Feeling of tension. So it is like, no, you're up until even doorbell rings, sorting out your emotions to how are we going to play this out at this moment? What are we going to do? And they don't know each other. So I was like, I thought that was probably one of the most realistic scenes in this whole series. I was like, that is so real for when you don't know each other and you don't know how your parent is going to be, because you know that your parent has been an asshole before. So you're really like, you know, my dad could be an asshole and blow this whole shit up. I don't know what version of my dad I'm gonna get. Kwame's got his own shit to deal with as well. So he ain't even managing his own emotions to be able to look after her emotions. I was like, this is very real. This is a relationship. This is the shit that you're gonna have to deal with.
He said that though, didn't he? Didn't he say that to her?
Capacity to do it. They both can't hold each other because they're both like
intensely. I believe definitely. I agree with you. I believe the scene. I was just like, what you said, I understand. Why is it happening right now? But I felt like maybe it's because what we're seeing versus what they've let us know. I think there was missing information. And it's what I think what you said, Auntie Shada, like you don't actually know and like you, Auntie Farah, you expected a redneck. It was that build up, like, are we going to get this talking Republican Trump supporter walking through the door because of what wasn't shown to us in the conversation? So I was frustrated with that whole scene because it's like, I want to understand more, because why are we here like this? Do you know what I mean? And that's what it was. That's my frustration, because I agree with you. I believed the scene. It was a very honest scene. You could feel the tension through the screen for sure.
I mean, it's reality. They probably told them what to say just before, and then also this whole thing is on camera. Do you know what I mean? So like that's the thing. If the dad was not, obviously the dad's, you know, was fine, was absolutely fine. He was beaming, he was happy for his daughter and everything like that. What was telling, and I don't know if this was just because they are on camera, what was telling, they were far away from each other. They weren't holding hands. They weren't affectionate. Do you know what I mean? Like, if I was her parent, I'll be like, what's going on here? I might have a quiet word, like, because it doesn't look like you guys are into each other right now. Do you know what I mean? And you're getting married in 19 days. So it's just all a bit crazy. But I don't know. I feel like the build up, I think it's a very real thing though. Like, you wouldn't know if they're going to be racist or not, or if they're going to show, maybe not necessarily racist like that, but at least show prejudice. Do you know what I mean? Because of your choices, especially when you're in an interracial relationship, for sure.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Or say something. Just be themselves. Like, you know, everybody is very good at being themselves when there's cameras in front of them and strangers. And especially older people can start just chatting shit.
Yeah,
you're just going to be scared. Like, what version of my parent am I going to get? Are they going to be on their best behavior, or am I going to get cantankerous sod? Like, you don't know who's going to be there.
Yeah,
she's just lucky she seemed to get nice dad.
yeah. So that's how the show ended, that episode. What do you guys think at this point? Who do you think is making it down the aisle? No,
you know, I don't even know if any of them are Tiffany and what's his name?
Jason.
Tiffany and Jason. Really.
Tiffany and Jason.
I still think they're making it down the aisle. I think they're gonna be,
and they're a bit older than the rest of the guys as well. So, you know, they're in a different kind of space, I think.
Yeah, 36, right?
Yeah, 35 and 36.
Okay. Yeah, I see them. I don't see anyone else.
Weirdly, I feel like Micah and Paul might make it. I don't know how long they're going to last after, but I feel like they're going to make it. I do think they're going to say, I do. I don't know why.
Do you think because he will bully him into saying yes? Because like it was. Do you know what I mean? Because way she bullied him to get rid of the other girl, Amber, right? So like I just don't.
And he seems like he can be very influenced by his partner. So you're right. Yes, I think you're right. It might be that.
But again, like Jacquelina, Micah might not like that pushover guy for too long. She wants someone that will challenge her as well.
But I think she likes that he is people think that he's nice, and like she sees that he's a catch.
So
I think she likes that. That look at him, he's my man, he's a catch. Look at how great he is. I think that will lead her. Yeah.
Do you think that Micah actually likes Kwame? Like, really?
I think that she's playing games with him. I think there was no way that she would have actually done anything with, like, married him. No way. But I think that she likes the attention.
Yeah, like citing attention.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm finding it difficult again. You know how I feel about Micah. I don't get it, but I'm not sure at this point, because I don't understand what Kwame likes about her, and then in return she hasn't shown what are Kwame's redeeming qualities. But I also don't know through her what are Paul's redeeming qualities. I don't see Paul through Micah. I don't see Kwame through Micah. You know, like you can kind of enhance when they're together. You can like feel the enhancement of each other because they speak so well of each other, or they just vibe off each other in a way that you see each other's character. I don't get that from Micah when she's with anybody. But
I think Micah's very good at what she did with Kwame until the point where she was like, I'm ducking you. She was very much, yes, of course, you're the one that I most care about and I've connected with you most and you're the best. And she was giving him all the validation in the world until the day that she was like, nah, bun you. And then even at the pool side, again, she was still giving him all of this validation.
Each time they see each other.
Yes, exactly. So from his point of view, it's like, well, that's why he was bawling like a baby. Because it's like, we're like in the most unattractive way, like, chill out, bruv. But like, where did that come from? Because of what she's doing. She's definitely building them up and then changing her mind.
She might like him. I don't know what it is.
No, I think she figured out what he was about, as in she knew she ain't marrying no black man named Kwame.
Absolutely. What she dropped him so quickly and she laughed about it. Do you know what I mean?
She did.
So it's just like,
yes, she did.
You didn't like him like
that.
I'm
saying, like I said, Micah, I've got no.
And then she rubbed it in his face. With our false proposal or whatever. That's it.
If she's a childish mean girl, this is like her mating as well. If she's a childish mean girl, this behavior is par for the course. She could be literally love you and still do that shit because that's her behavior of catching a man. So that's why I can't quite call it yet. I'd need to see them interact a few more times and then figure out, okay, does she actually really like him? I don't think it's not
I think
clear.
she also likes the fact that other people like him.
I think when someone's a bitch, you got to believe them, man.
No, she can still be.
Do you know what I mean? She's a bitch to everybody. She's a bitch to Kwame.
That's what I'm saying.
Other girls, like, so she don't like Kwame. She don't. The one that she picked is the one that she likes. That's it. And that's only gonna go so far. She made him give up Amber. She made him. So he was cowering behind the sofa. Like,
right?
I mean, Amber also wasn't a good choice. So Paul is shit at picking women.
Yeah.
Because either
and
one
I think that
is bad.
What's her face is probably better for him.
Micah.
That's it. Micah. Yeah. It's probably better for him than Amber. But yeah, I think Micah wants people. She definitely wasn't feeling Kwame. Not really.
Mm-mm.
I just don't trust her.
And I feel like because of the way that Chelsea is with Kwame, she was making more of an effort to chat to him. Just because of Chelsea being so on him.
She validated him. She told him, like, she learned his freaking name, all of his names. How is he not going to say?
Right? Jesus. And she really did.
She did well. I
was like, right, she said it well from what I could see. She said it properly. I was like, okay.
Yeah, no, she did. She did a very good job. Like, she's on his batty. She really likes
him.
But this is why
that's a bit too intense, though, isn't it?
Yeah, you got to relax, man.
Yeah.
Like, he better relax. If he breaks her heart, he's gonna wake up to some bunnies in a pot.
I think that's what he's a bit scared of. At this point in time, I think he knows. I think he is like, I'm in it. I'm in this.
I think she's more kind of like, you know what? I'm going to get through this. I'm strong. I've just got to write more affirmations and say them every day. Then I'm going to get through it. Like, she's one of them girls, man. She's not going to.
You think? No. Yeah. I think she was a call you 100 times a day until she's over the hump. But while she's in
that's what I think.
She is belling down your phone. She may turn
that's what I think.
Work.
But why don't you want to be with me? But why? But why? But why? But we made love. But why? But why? Like, I feel she's that chick.
Yeah, sure. But Kwame, he's not equipped in any way. It's just like,
no.
Sad.
He needs to cut his hair too.
Please. Or get plugs or do the implants, do something, but not this
Just
hair.
Shave it off. Shave it all off. Take it all off.
No, because his head shape is mad.
It's mad.
You know what?
But his hair is also not helping him.
You know what? I'm not offended by his hair because I've seen this hairstyle many times before, and it's less. It's just like it is what it is. What I'd like him to do.
Are you attracted to it?
Am I what?
Are you attracted to it?
No.
Okay, because that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's
all I'm saying is that he must. I really want to see him in his own setting, in his own environment, and see how he fares. What is it?
You want to see Kwame in his own setting? What is it? Why do you think he's got some hidden magic power or something? Like, do you think there's something there?
No, I just want to know what it is. It's a fascination of why these women that you want validation from so much. What is it about Black women that you're rejecting? And these two women that are just, one's super obsessed and fetishizing you, and the other one is like treats you possibly like shit, and you're looking for this validation. You run away. I don't know
if he is, like some Black guys, they attract that type of gal in it.
No, exactly.
It doesn't necessarily mean that he's running away from Black women. I just think there are some Black guys like him that attract a type of white girl. Yeah, I really do. And that's what he gets. Like, can you see a Black girl with him?
No, absolutely not. But I don't think Black girls want to be with him.
That's my point. That's my point, though. And that's why I said that there are some Black guys who just end up with these types of white women because Black girls don't necessarily want to be with him.
Exactly.
That's what I think that it is.
It's not the other way around. I don't think he's. It's probably he's gone this way because he was rejected so many times.
Yeah, I know Black girls. I don't think like that.
I think there's lots of points to him where I don't think he's appealing to many Black women. He could find somebody. Everybody can find somebody.
Yeah,
but he's going to have an easier time with a white woman.
And they're gonna fetishize him.
Yes.
Or build him up in a way that he's not gonna get. I mean, look at how we're talking about him, innit? This is like he's not really for us. It's a no for me.
I don't dislike his character. I don't think he's a pretty much.
We're not talking about character, like Sade.
No, I'm saying
let's take his looks.
I'm saying, but I'm not attracted to him. But I don't think he's so super butters that there's no in that. But I can understand the rejection and stuff like that. I wonder where it comes from. I just want to understand his journey. I do want to understand his journey. And that's all I want to know about Kwame. I just want to understand his journey. Maybe it's the Ghanaian affinity that I'm just like, come on, bro, what's going on here? I just would like to have a conversation.
I definitely know Black guys Black guys like him and they just get white girls. Yeah. And it isn't that they don't like Black women, but they just get white girls.
Yeah.
Because that's all they can get.
That's my point.
That's the only ones that are going to accept that hairstyle. They're going to accept being lectured, talk to you like they're dumb. We accept you talking to some next, like, it's not going to run. Like, seriously, is it going to run? It's not going to run.
It's not happening.
It's going to run.
It's not happening.
You're
so I don't even
look better though.
But that's
he would look better if he was with a Black woman. He would absolutely look better. His skin would be 100% better.
100%.
Sorted out all of that shit on him.
Everything about him.
Sorted out his hair. But that type of a man is not accepting it, and the type of Black woman that he wants, he is not going to get.
He's not getting. No. He's not getting. So he's going to get that type of white girl.
I want to just know his journey.
Okay. That's his journey.
Country man.
I'll tell you what his journey is.
That's his journey.
I've got them in my family. They're a dime a dozen.
And he's an ex-footballer as well, isn't it?
Exactly.
So even more so.
His whole situation. I would love to know his journey on this. I'm not discounting everything. He is that guy. I just want to know what was the breaking point.
Because but this is my point with it. You're saying what's the breaking point? Like, what drove him to meet with these white women? And we're saying this is the type of women he attracts. Yeah. That's the journey. There is no switch. There wasn't a switch where that's what he's. Yeah, thank you. Those are the people he gets the attention from. The type of black girl that he wants, he's not getting attention from her.
And there are lots of black men. That's why they are so bitter towards black women. Is because there's no attraction levels there. But it's very easy for them to get a white woman. It's got nothing to do with like a base level. Hey, it's like there wasn't an attraction level. Nobody is desiring you other than the women that are desiring you. That's it. And pick one of them.
Yeah. And you prefer Micah over Chelsea. You're mad.
You're mad. Isn't it? Have you seen Chelsea? Because Chelsea looks good.
Like, she does. She's scared of
mad.
She
looks good. She looks good.
This is why this show, I don't like these shows because it makes me judge people as God's children on earth. We're all here living our lives. I'm so baffled.
Wait, Michael's what? What? Her what?
I don't want to do this. I don't like it.
I mean, it's reality TV. It's literally what we're doing.
Someone's looks. I don't know.
I know what you mean.
But it's just like, whoa.
It's interesting.
Nahanda's comments. Nahanda says the only excuse I will give Kwame is that he sounds like he has grown up in an overtly racist place. If prom was a problem, or he has a distant relation with his family and became fully Americanized in his racist place. All assumptions. Both of those and all of it could be true.
Yeah.
Like, actually, all of it could have taken place.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean,
you can build an image when you see it.
I think he built an image of Micah in his head before he saw her, rather than the Micah outside the pod.
But still, so did.
I think there's no denying she obviously has
something,
a sexiness about her that all of the guys have kind of commented on. Oh, Micah. So sometimes it's not visual that's an essence of a woman, and loads of bitches have that.
Because she's charismatic. I do think she's charismatic. I do think she's got that. Like, I can talk to anyone. I can make you think about yourself in the moment. But like, she uses it in a form of manipulation. So do you know what I mean? Like, it's just
100%. I agree with that.
It can be alluring for people. People are allured by that energy, and it's like, I can see she has that, and Irina as well.
Yeah,
but you need to know that they will shit on you. At some point in time.
Irina's less subtle with her game, though.
Irina also is like.
They're basically Regina George. That's what they are, both of them. Everyone knows she's a bitch, but they love her anyway. It's just that. So,
Handa says, I disagree. There is a black man for every black woman. Every black woman wouldn't diss him. However, you are correct. Whatever got him here, he is strictly for white women.
Yes.
Of course, there literally is. Well, there's lots of us. But in America, where he is, he may have a very select pool of black women available. And the black woman that may like him, he may not like her.
And the black woman that he likes don't like him.
I can't. Yeah, I life of Budge. I'm with you. I don't know.
Don't lie to yourself.
Life of Budge. They're real.
I don't know, mate.
There's 1,000 Kwame, more than that.
But he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it there. Do you know what I mean?
I just want to.
He's a footballer.
No, because you keep talking. Exactly. Thank you, Sean.
A certain amount of wealth, or a certain amount of wealth. Like, do you know what I mean? So his access is vast. You know what I mean? It should be in that sense, right? So there's something that you're either projecting or visually or your personality that's coming across that we're not gravitating to you, bruv. And you said, you know what, that's okay because I'm over here.
You're right. He's happy in his space.
He's happy.
Yep. I understand all of that. I understand.
He's happy in his space, man. And we're happy for him to be there too.
Okay.
He can stay where he is. I'm good.
I mean,
I'm not fussed, mate. Seriously, do you?
Like, do you? Yeah.
I don't take the piss out of Chelsea.
Like I get it. Yeah, don't take the piss out of Chelsea because you're punching.
Yeah, it is that.
You're punching me.
Also, I did want. I did want a better Ghanaian guy. I can't lie. I did.
But that's natural, though. I get that, innit? Yeah. I get that.
Representation.
I can't like the thing is, you know, I'm laughing, not to start like tribal wars, but like SK, at least he was all right.
That's what I'm saying. It's not. It's actually not fair.
Yeah. So he's an arsehole, but he was all right. You could see.
Nahanda, don't try it. It's not the we, it's some, as you said.
What's happened?
Nahanda said no. He doesn't want black women. That I can say we don't want him. I don't. Yeah.
Well,
no,
do
we
don't.
Like, let's be real. Like, we keep saying we don't want him.
None of us do. How can we?
I'm speaking for all black women right now. Yeah? We don't want him. We don't. He's not the type of black. He gets it. There are black. I'll say it again for the people in the back. There are black guys out there who get these types of white girls.
No, I get
and
that.
They don't get black girls. And it's not because they have this hatred towards black women. They just don't get it. Like we're not, the stars are not aligned, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just happening.
Right, let's wrap it. I just
she's still where she's there's got to be a reason why.
Life of Budge, SK was the truth, backed him and back. He absolutely did. Yeah.
And it broke her heart.
He did. So sorry. Sorry about it. I'm sorry.
It's not like I wanted a Ghanaian guy like representative like SK, but I just wanted a good looking Ghanaian guy.
Mm-hmm.
That was it. Just a good looking.
Okay.
Yeah, like for some reason, Auntie AK doesn't want to say he's not good looking. It's okay.
I don't think it's her country man, isn't it? I get
no.
Let's say Nana's,
let me be for real.
Yeah, but Nana's more real.
He's not my type, but I don't see super butters. Like I see there's like
nobody said
we didn't say butters. We didn't even use any. We didn't even say slightly.
I think
butters.
I have
we
called
didn't
him
say
butters before.
Okay, well, I definitely didn't say slightly or even semi butters, but I said that he's a type of black guy that gets these types of white girls, and I stand by that.
But he could go from butters to average with the simple things like a new haircut. Could do that.
What he needs is a full beard and a haircut. And then he's.
This is why I don't like beards, though.
If he had, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Like, don't ever shave it, innit? Like, have what you're having. Sometimes a man needs a beard.
Can I just say, I just don't even think that he's medium ugly. I'll just say that he's not even medium ugly.
No, he's not.
Let's just be real.
He could get to medium ugly though. He could get there in 3 steps. He could be medium ugly.
Shave your hair off, grow a beard, and stop saying like. I get why you say you don't like beards, but you don't have to ever shave your beard off, innit? You don't like have your beard.
When it happened,
why? But not everyone has to shave off their beard. Why are you shaving it? What are you shaving? But why are you shaving it off for?
Could be. But what reason is?
If you know you look a certain way underneath it, what are you shaving it off for?
There's that, and I understand that sound advice, Auntie Farah. However, for presenting
like Drake, better never shave his beard ever again, ever. And I'm not even into him, but his beard helped him. There's certain guys your beard helps you out.
We understand that, but I just need to see.
Sorry, Nana, you seen these comments?
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm not even listening to these. I'm reading the comments like, what in the hell is going on?
Okay, read them then.
So Nahanda says, I'm not saying that we don't want him for his looks, but I'm saying is for his attitude. Outside of his name, Kwame, what is Ghanaian?
There's that.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
And Clarence says Kwame was on an IG story with his hero, is that Bartissier?
Bartiz
from the last night, and Bartiz got his hair braided, so maybe Kwame will do too. Laugh out loud. Kwame, never do that, please. I beg you.
That's too much of a black style for him.
Mad Gammy says, I don't know, man. I think he looks handsome. He is punching, but he is handsome. Okay. And Miss K said, who is handsome?
I cannot.
Again, I feel like Kwame, shave off all your hair on your head, and grow beards.
He needs
your life will change.
He needs to go to Turkey or wherever.
But even if he goes to Turkey, don't you think it would be too much?
No,
they'll line it up. But his head shape's still like that.
But if you shave it off, you're gonna see it in 3D.
But then if he had a big beard,
you got friggin' shave it out, and then dermatologist sort of the skin.
No,
but that's why the beard again. The beard again.
The beard would be great. I think beard, turkey, hairline. Three steps. And then a little bit of better clothing. Guy is then he turns into a medium ugly.
Visually, but then you got to fix the attitude. That's the thing.
Yeah, the attitude's different. The attitude needs
and the thing is, he's got the attitude of someone who is above medium ugly.
But can I tell you why? But look why.
It's not matching.
Because look why. He gets
he can get good girls.
Yeah, and he's got money.
Good girls. But he gets good girls of a certain caliber.
But he doesn't even want
therefore he thinks no, he doesn't. But that's why he thinks that he's the man, because Chelsea's on his dick hard.
Yeah.
Literally.
Getting wrecked.
Getting wrecked. Oh, I feel sorry for her.
What?
I do.
She's getting good Ghana banana, man. Leave her.
But look what it's costing her.
Yeah.
Sometimes you've got to be in it to win it at the time, and then when it's over, just be like, at least I had the experience. I got the story. It's not so bad.
No, I feel sorry for her.
What did you know?
Kwame, man.
Don't worry, it's fine.
I find out if he's related to you or something. You're going to like he's your nephew.
I literally was just about to say, if I find out he's my cousin.
See, that's what I'm thinking. The way you're going on, it's like he's related to you something.
Go and tell him to sort stuff out then.
Yeah,
my mother is so annoyed with Kwame. She does the longest on the phone when we talk about him. She's so mad with him. Mum's just not, she's over it. Like, that stupid Ghanaian boy. And she's doing it all the time. But I'm just like, oh, God.
That's what I'm saying. Well, hopefully he doesn't. Because when SK said no at the altar, the embarrassment. Oh, my God. The mum's embarrassed. Oh, it was horrible.
Mum was like,
it was horrible, man. I felt for the mum, man.
I don't even know how you get to that point and do it and think that you're going to be able to leave the place. Like I would be expecting violence. Something, a shoe, something.
Like the family.
Yes.
What's the girl?
It's a Hispanic family.
Yeah.
Yes.
When right? Yeah.
When all erupted. That's what I'm talking about. I would think
instant smoke.
Well, I couldn't do it and then look back and not think bang.
Yeah. My son
always going to be running up.
No. Yeah. It's going to be a knock, like a proper knock on your forehead if that was my son. You're mad. Got me dressed up in my outfit.
If Kwame does that,
he's going to do it.
You know what? He's a candidate to do that shit.
I'm telling you straight. He's going to do it.
Hold on. How's he on IG with Bartiz? What's going on here? I don't like the company he's keeping then.
What do you mean?
Why?
Didn't someone say
why are you surprised? Why are you surprised?
No. Well, yeah, but like, why is he like? No, yes, why? Wow, no, I haven't.
Yes, no. Elaborate.
He is that guy. Like, you just got to think. He really likes Micah. He's that guy.
I'm telling you, he's going to leave my gal. He's going to leave her, and he's going to make up some excuse. He's going to leave her.
Who else is there for
he's going to find him, Bliss, and Deeped. What?
Oh.
And really?
Oh, so Deeped. Yeah, that was the girl, isn't it? That was with Shake.
Yeah.
Why
then? Okay. Bliss. Oh, I need to see this.
Oh,
yeah, no, it's got me going on IG.
Socialize. Okay, that's interesting.
And then that's okay. All right.
I don't actually follow. I haven't followed any of them from this year. So yeah, I'll start looking at their stories and seeing what they're up to.
No, not from this year. I only follow Lauren and Cameron. Actually only Lauren. I don't follow.
Okay.
Need to speed or something. Need for Speed or something like that. But yeah, he's the only one.
I'm looking at a picture of Kwame and he's had a texturizer.
Now this is where and if his hair flicks, then I told him to talk to him. Kwame Wagwan, bruv. You've got a text.
I mean, he may make a bit of money now, so let's see in a year's time what he looks like.
But he's been rich. He's a footballer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
No, but he didn't make it for long.
Sorry.
Okay.
But then but he's the business that he does, he rates low, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I think he's got a good job though, isn't he?
He's got a good job, but I mean, he's not like playing football in America. You don't get paid in the same way.
Yeah, it's not the same.
It's not as lucrative. I mean, he was doing all right, but he may need a few to get hair transplants and all of that shit done.
There's a few things about Kwame that I'm seeing online.
Yeah.
I've seen that apparently he was in Married at First Sight as well. So is he
no.
just...
Oh, yes, I did.
He did Married at First Sight.
Yeah,
he did Married at First Sight.
He knows.
He's a bit of a reality.
No, but Married at Next Sight and then to do Love Is Blind, that's a lot.
Okay, and another
Married
thing
at First Sight is
famous.
You're married, bruv.
And then another thing was when it's time. Apparently, they moved discussing their future in Portland. Okay, let me show.
Don't tell us spoilers, though.
Yeah, sure.
Let me show.
But Life of Bodge said he applied for married.
Oh, okay.
Interesting.
And he's a project manager at a tech company.
Okay. So you're doing okay.
So he's doing okay, but it may not be funds to get his hair done or fly to Turkey. Who knows what he's saying?
But this is the thing, or the people around you don't think it's a problem, because that's the thing. If you're with a black woman, the first thing they're saying to you is, "Baby, we're gonna sort out your hair, okay?"
Absolutely. And that's what he doesn't want to deal with.
I bet you find his IG. It's a lot. I've just
that's what he doesn't want to deal with. He doesn't want to deal with. Sorry, my bad.
I mean, it may be a thing, actually thinking about it. Maybe there are loads of these hoops that we do put a man through, but it's for their betterment. Cream your skin.
I mean, it's also ignorance, because if you're not of the culture, there's things you're gonna miss that you might think is normal. I always say that sometimes what someone from outside the culture might accept is their stereotypical view of what is okay, what they think a black person or someone from another culture is like. So they'll accept the stereotypical checkpoints. Whereas when you know inherently the person from that the same culture as you, like, bruv, no, cream, all these things.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
What they'll accept from a white or someone, but they wouldn't accept from a black woman either, because you're not supposed to do that.
And you know what? Life of Bodge is the worst. He said, "No, this is cap. I know a lot of Ghanaians with troubled hairlines."
Facts, Life of Bodge.
No, you can't say facts, because I stand by my statement. No, listen to what I'm trying to say to you. It's just because you know a lot of Ghanaian guys with bad hair. We're not talking about that. We're talking about this particular type of guy. This particular type of guy. These are the girls that he gets. I know Grenadian men that look like him, and these are the type and have the character like him, and they date white girls. They get white girls.
Okay, I'm just agreeing with what Life of Bodge said, and I happily find what he said was funny. It's true.
Less of the you lot Life of Bodge, okay? Okay. Okay. Auntie Nana, I think.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining us and getting involved in the comments as well. We will be back tomorrow at 9:00 with episode 7. So please do join us, like 9ish. You know how it goes. You know how we are. Life of Bodge, Miss K, Nahanda, Clarence, Mad Gammy. Thank you so much for joining us. Also, we are on IG. We are on Twitter. Please follow our handles. It's Your Aunties Could Never. There's clips from our main show that go on all of our social medias. We're also on TikTok as well. And TikTok, the comment section, I actually think is beating Instagram at this moment in time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. The comment section on TikTok is quite funny going through them. So follow us on all of the socials And also, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, you know we are on the road to 2K now. You helped us get to 1K. We're now on the road to 2K. By the end of April is our target. But we need all of you guys helping us with this one. It's a little bit slower than it was the last time we were doing this. So share our lives, share our videos, and tell people about us as well. You know, help us, help you, as Auntie Farah likes to say.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.